Right, this is our 1.6 petrol Volkswagen Golf. It's 2002 year. It has 4 good tyres on it. I'm trying to include a photograph of that in the auction so you can see that a lot of wear left on the tyres. It's got 4 new wheel trims on, which will be included in the auction. And when we got the car, the exhaust had been fairly recently changed, so it's got a pretty new exhaust on it. The gears and clutch, gearbox and clutch are all absolutely spot on as well. It does have a tow bar fitted, you'll have noticed there. We've never towed with it, we've never needed to, but it is fitted should you wish to use that. It's pretty cheap to insure as well, surprisingly so, and it's a great run around. It's quite an economical run around. Does pretty good miles per gallon. It's MOT'd until the end of November this year, and it'd make a great sort of first time car or second family run around. It's been our run around, that's what we've used, and it's we've just bought a new one, so we're passing this on. Just show you around the outside and the bodywork. Everything sort of fits snugly together. There's no bumpers hanging off, nothing nasty like that. There's nothing major really on the bodywork. It is obviously an older car, so it does have a few little scuffs and scratches. There's a little bit of scratching on the loading lip there of the boot. The only little patch of damage that we've got is it's on the wheel arch here. There's a bit of rust. I think at some point it's had a bit of a scrape and it's not been repaired, although I think that would probably sand out and respray nicely, or it'd have been our intention actually to put vinyls on it, and that would cover up nicely. Little bit of damage to the paintwork. It's not rust, it's just sort of damage to the paintwork. It's quite strange, but again, a nice vinyl would cover that up. There are a couple of little spots of rust on the car, but nothing too scary, to be honest. Sills seem fine. There's no structural damage in that sense either. I'll show you around the inside of the car now. I'll show you the boot first. We don't use the car to ferry our dog around. We do have a German Shepherd, and she managed to jump in while we were cleaning the car, and I have to say she fits snugly inside. It's an absolutely cavernous boot space. Great if you've got kids or dogs, or you just, if you're needing a larger boot for work or whatever. You can see the boot's very clean. There's no damage to the interior of the boot. Nothing nasty's been carried in it. Yeah, the rear interior, you can see the interior is in really nice condition. It's very clean inside. It's got new or almost new mats in, which obviously we'll be leaving in the car. It hasn't been, we're not smokers, so there's no smoking being done in the car. There's no damage to the interior at all in the back. And here I have the front. Again, very, very clean interior. The steering wheel's in good condition. A slight tiny bit of wear in there, but again, nothing that you wouldn't expect really. I'll show you. We've got glove box, again huge glove box, and it works fully functioning. Last Golf we had, the glove box didn't close and it cost a fortune to replace, but this one happily works nicely. Dashboard's in very nice condition. Driver's door card's in great condition. The only slight bit of damage is a little click there, but as I say, that is it. Slight bit of rubbing, but again, it's what you'd expect. Aside from that, the interior is in really, really good condition. Right, so now we're inside the car. Just it helps if you turn the key fully. Excuse me. There we go. Start the car. It starts no problem every time. Well, it does as long as you turn the key properly. As you can see, engine management lights on. That is due to the car needing a new lambda sensor. These are pretty cheap. Second hand they're about £30, brand new they're about 70, and it is a job you can do yourself. There's loads of YouTube videos showing you how to do it. It's not complicated. I'm no mechanic, but I'm fairly sure even I could probably manage it. So that's That's the big boo-boo really. That's the only thing that needs to be done, and it's a very, very cheap fix. Once that's done, it's basically bob on. Our mechanic actually doesn't want us to sell this, but never mind, we've bought a new car, so tough. Got an old style tape deck here. I like to call it vintage. Radio works brilliantly.
So if you
Got a great tone. Maybe it's not on radio too. There you go, great tone. All of the heating controllers work as they should. The heating's really effective, and the windscreen clearing is really effective in this car as well. Horn works. Just pop all the lights on. Show you windscreen wipers, washer and wiper. Again, very effective. Blades are in good condition as well, so that's an added bonus. Just do the rear. You can actually see the wash working there. It is working. It squirts up from the bottom. There you go. Everything works as you would expect it to. This car has a kid lock in the back, stop the kids activating the electric windows, because it's electric windows front and back. I can't figure out how to turn. I don't normally drive this car. This is my husband's car, and I've got everything going. I don't know how to switch it off. Right, okay. Electric windows, rear. There we go. Both go down just fine. And come back up just fine. Front. Both go down fully in the front, as you'd expect, and come back up just perfectly. Got an electric wing mirrors, which I know it sounds really stupid, but I love electric wing mirrors. They make life so much easier when you're trying to get in the car, especially if you're sharing the car with someone else. So it's an added bonus. As you can see, there's 128,000 miles on the car. It's tried and tested. It works well. It's been used to ferry my husband backwards and forwards to and from work, and it's never left him stranded. He's never struggled with it, so quite sad to see it go really. I'll open up the bonnet now and let you see the engine bay. I'm also going to explain a little bit more about the lambda sensor. The noise that you can hear in the engine, if you can hear it, it's not doing it now typically. There's a slight racing when it's idling. That's purely down to the lambda sensor. We've had that checked, as I say, by a mechanic. It's been confirmed. We know exactly what it is. We just don't have the time to make the repair ourselves, and it might mean somebody gets a bargain car, but hey, I'll go and open the bonnet up now. As you can see, it's a nice clean engine bay. Nothing too scary, no wire looms dangling anywhere, anything hazardous like that. I'll hold it next to the engine, see if you can hear the slight racing. That's the worst I've ever heard it. It's usually just a slight rev. Like I say, it's down to the lambda sensor. It's a very, very easy fix. I've taken pictures inside of the oil cap just to show that there's no cottage cheese going on there. There's no problem with the head gasket. Lights working as they should, indicators working as they should. I'll go all the way around, just show you so you can see all the electrics working fine. Switch the car off now. As you can see, it's a nice little car. It's a bargain really. Say a little bit of work, invest 30 quid in a new lambda sensor and you're laughing. So yeah, good luck, happy bidding. And if you've got any questions, just drop us a line and we'll do what we can to answer them. Please feel free to come and see the car before you bid or before the end of the auction, because obviously when you're bidding to buy. But yeah, feel free to come and see it and we'll do our very best to accommodate you. Thanks.